professional acumen, spirited debate, and mutual request. Thank you so much, and let the competition begin. I would request our distinguished guests to grace a chair as a judge for the subsequent round of our competition. Ma'am, please.
एक्चुअल मूड कोर्ट प्रॉब्लम में कहा गया है कि हमको हाई कोर्ट में आने के लिए कि ये सब्सटैंटिव क्वेश्चन और लॉ का सवाल यहाँ पे उठ रहा है और कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल क्वेश्चन है, इसके लिए आप डायरेक्टली हाई कोर्ट आ जाइए। उसके बाद में मेरा कोर्ट से कहना है कि सेक्शन 500 ऑफ आईपीसी अगर इसको हम प्रॉपरली पढ़ते हैं तो उसमें लिखा गया कि ये मेट्रोपॉलिटन मजिस्ट्रेट ये केस को हैंडल करेगा 499 को और 500 के हिसाब से इसको कन्विक्शन होगा। अगर मेट्रोपॉलिटन मजिस्ट्रेट इस केस को हैंडल करते हैं तो ये केस सेशन में चला जाएगा क्योंकि जुडिशियल ऑर्डर पास हुआ है। दो
submitted in the first and second issue. The counsel seeks permission to begin with the pleadings for the next issue. Okay. So I would like to throw some light on the issue number 3 that brings up the Article 19(1)(a) of the.
Good morning, and thank you for giving us opportunity to speak here, and also thank you to my opposition lawyers. We are standing over here for the state of Delhi, and my client, so this is Sonia Rao, and we appeal for IPC section 499, and we appeal for IPC section.
Statements are malicious. What is your argument for that?
Because when we
Maliciously. His intentions are malicious, Raj.
because he does not have any evidence, he does not have any authentic source, and he does not have further investigation process. So he has a biased point of view other party. Thank you, ma'am.
And I want to say case study in Subramanian Swamy versus Union of India 2016. The Supreme Court differentiated the concept of freedom of speech and information. It stated that one's reputation cannot alter others' freedom of speech and expression. The petitioner challenged the constitutionality of section 499 and 500. However, he cannot say anything about another's reputation which would be affect his publicity.
There should be a difference between freedom of speech and defamation.
In another case, and according to 499, it cannot be against anyone's मतलब मैं बोलना चाहता हूँ no one will give anybody that right.
नहीं कर सकते, आप किसी को बैकवर्ड यूज नहीं कर सकते या फिर किसी के मेरा प्रोसिक्यूशन जो केस है मैम एक्चुअली ये प्रोसिक्यूशन केस इस बेस पे है, ये जो मूड प्रॉब्लम पेज नंबर 8 पे जो लिखा हुआ है वो मैं आज इस कोर्ट को बताना चाहता हूँ। द इंसिडेंट अनफोल्डेड ड्यूरिंग प्राइम टाइम न्यूज डिबेट फोकस ऑन गवर्नमेंटल करप्शन, अ टॉपिक ऑफ इमेंस पब्लिक इंटरेस्ट।
First of all, I would like to address the section 499 by reading. The defamation is defined as whoever by words either spoken or intended to be read or by signs or representation makes or publishes any imputation concerning any person intending to harm or knowing or having any point whether rash statements amount to hate speech under section 153A of Indian Penal Code. Your Honor, I would like to address the section 153A first of all. 153 says that attempts to punish those who engage in promoting any kind of
infringes upon Raj's fundamental right to freedom of press guaranteed by Article 19(1)(a) of the Indian Constitution. Your Honor, the prosecution's case against Raj Chaudhary does not inherently infringe upon his fundamental right to freedom of the press under Article 19(1)(a)
of the Indian Constitution. Instead, it seeks to apply the reasonable restrictions permitted under Article 19(2) to address defamation and hate speech. For the prosecution to succeed, it must convincingly demonstrate or resist all legitimate criticism and they serve as accusatory statements to Sonia Raut's image. They amount to hate speech and defamation and they stir a revolt between classes of society. Legitimate criticism is honest and just criticism backed with evidence. However, Raj's statements lack evidence and they fail to serve as legitimate criticism. Your Honor,
Union of India, the intention behind the statement must be crucial in aspect of determining the defamation. Defamation which which Sonia Raut claims to be, they have no proper evidence for that.
And her party. It would also be a propaganda by other party driving him to defame her and her party. In the public interest, we have stated in the point 4, issue 4 in
and we are having some issues, like we stated some issues in this case, and there are 4 major issues which is raised, and first 2 issues are explained by me and other 2 issues will be explained by my co-counsel. So the first issue which was raised was whether Raj Chaudhary statements constitute
to maintain the decorum of the court.
context of public debate on governmental corruption, a matter of significant public interest. In Subramaniam Swamy vs. Union of India 2016, the Supreme Court emphasizes that the right to freedom of speech is not absolute, but is the intention to promote enmity. Raj's comment were aimed at highlighting corruption, not enacting hatred.
And in case Ramesh Thapar versus State of Madras, the Supreme Court comprises that free speech is essential for democracy. Another is
What do you mean by freedom of speech? Is there any justification or Article 19 does it provide any? It's an absolute right.
the Raj statement for protected right. Constitution given us freedom of speech and expression.
Instance where misinformation or hate speech in the media has directly led to harm, such as violence, public disorder, or significant social disruption. I would like to bring your attention on Subramaniam Swamy versus Union of India. Here, Mr. Subramaniam Swamy has said the sections that will infringe the right of freedom of speech and expression guaranteed under Article 91. Further statement, please, I will shall explain. The Supreme Court has upheld the constitutionality of Section 299 and 500.
Is what we are trying to emphasize, which is what Raj Chaudhary has crossed and which is what he's been termed or he's been going under trial. That's what I mean. And my second point is
non-mention is admissible. The alternate words are seen as concise or offensive, since there was no substantial evidence regarding the statement passed and the allegations made against my client. The aggregate tension rather it created aggregate tension rather than contributing positive and it created public disorder. As my counsel have already mentioned in Section 5 and Section 6 of the Television Regulation Act 1995, which prohibit transmission of any program that is not confirmatory.
And Raj is a professional reporter, as he covered many other respected members of government regarding public interest. So I don't think that the questions and question about evidence and they don't have any interest, like private interest, to harm anyone's reputation. And another.
Happyland is a renowned news anchor, and the Happyland is known for his candid approach, for truthful approach and fearless reporting. So his conduct was bona fide. That is my first point. And now the appellant statements. Now second point I would like to make that the appellant statements do not constitute defamation under Section 499.
Aware of the constitutional rights which is granted under Section 19(1)(a), is well aware of the limitations. but I request the court that he is a journalist. Okay, it's his right and his duty to debate, to ask the right questions so that the democracy survives. He's a
499 and 153A of IPC respected. Second, whether the statement made by the appellant falls under the reasonable restrictions as laid down under Article 90, subsections 2. Third, whether the trial court justifies
not relied on in the contrary to existing domestic law. Yes, when it comes to section 44A of CPC, we can refer to foreign judgments which is similar to a district court order. Again, not a high court order. I guess my fellow learned friend miscalculated between CPC and CRPC. That's okay, we are all learning. This argument said info from legitimate info. There was information from legitimate source.
Council recognizes the gracious presence of your honorable court. However, for the convenience of the proceeding, the council seeks the permission to address the honorable court as your honor. Much obliged, your honor. The council is appearing the honorable court in the matter of Raj Chaudhary versus State of Delhi on the behalf of appellant statement of jurisdiction.
If your honor is satisfied with the pleading submitted by the council in the first two issues, the co-council seeks permission to begin with the remaining issues. Much obliged, your honor. While addressing the third issue as stated by the council, it is humbly submitted that the prosecution's case infringes upon Raj's fundamental right to freedom of press guaranteed by Article 19 Clause 1. It can be said by the cases cited in the memorial that the lower court's decision has unduly restricted the freedom of speech of appellant. Moving to the fourth issue, as I can see that the time limit is
According to you, it doesn't amount to defamation.
no, it doesn't amount to defamation or hate speech. Since seeing that my time is concluding, I would like to rely on my submission submitted in the memorial and to move forward to the conclusion.
Is getting attacked and on leader of opposition, Mr. Sonia Rao, the accused her of serious corruption, questioning her integrity as a political leader, and then went on further accusing her of inciting mob lynching of the case. These all allegations and accusations were made without any concrete proof or evidence, and these were divided time, my lord. My lord, the third issue is whether Mr. Raj Chaudhary's fundamental right to freedom of expression as guaranteed by the Constitution of India under Article 19, subsection 1, subsection 8 is being curtailed or not. Your Honor, the council contends that the charges made against Mr. Chaudhary do not curtail the right to freedom, do not curtail his right to freedom of expression. Because, my lord, the freedom of expression and speech cannot be imparted at the cost of defamatory and hate speech, my lord.
How is the court acted, mother friend, against you?
You said I would raise that my radio appreciate the safety first when exercise of the fundamental rights of freedom of press. They contend that Raj was merely expressing his opinion on a matter of public interest. And this statement did not elicit violence or hate
When
speech.
you express your opinion for the image of someone, does that section allow?
My lady, I will say that first of all,
इतर व्यक्तींना आरोपाचे संप्रेषण केले आहे. कलम 499 भारतीय दंड संहिता अंतर्गत बदनामी करणारे कोणतेही कृत्य करणे हे कलम 500 भारतीय दंड संहिता अंतर्गत दंडनीय गुन्हा मानण्यात आलेला आहे. राहुल गांधी विरुद्ध नरेंद्र मोदी ह्या बाबतीत आपण म्हणजे पूर्णेश मोदी ही केस आपल्याला माहितीच असेल 2019 मध्ये आहे. त्याच्यामध्ये पण राहुल गांधी यांनी वक्तव्य केलेलं की सर्व चोरांना हे मोदी नावच विधान केले आहे. हिंसाचाराचा पाठिंबा म्हणजे दोन धर्मामध्ये वाद अथवा शत्रुत्व उत्पन्न होईल असे विधान करण्यात आले होते. भारतीय दंड संहिता 1860 कलम 153 अंतर्गत दंगल घडवण्याच्या उद्देशाने उत्तेजितपणे चित्तावणी
liberty or some powers, then how will they will bring the truth out? This court has to decide today. This court has to decide that giving power to journalists will enhance our economy.
Provided it is not abused.
No, yes. It has to be under the guidelines of the honorable court, as per the honorable court decides. But my submission, but in this case it is not abused. In this case, yeah. But in this case, the present court case it is not abused.
तिथे मेन्सला हा ॲप्लिकेबल होऊ शकतो आणि एखाद्याच्या प्रतिष्ठेबद्दल बोलणं बदनामीकारक बोलणं म्हणजे हे विधान हे तुमचं 499च्या कलम अंतर्गत बदनामीकारक येतं. दुसरी गोष्ट त्यांनी सांगितलं आहे की 153 हे त्यांना लागू होत नाही, परंतु त्यांनी आता एखादी राजकीय नेता त्यांनी त्यावेळी वक्तव्य केलं नाही म्हणजे त्याचा त्या हिंसाचाराला पाठिंबा आहे.
एक लाइन राज है, एक रेप्यूटेड टीवी एंकर है और वो कैसे अपने फियरलेस रिपोर्टिंग और शार्ट कमेंट्री के लिए जाने जाते हैं और उन पर ये एलिगेशन लगाया है सोनिया रावत के सपोर्टर्स ने दैट जो राज चौधरी का स्टेटमेंट दिया है डिबेट के टाइम पे नेशनल डिबेट में जो उन्होंने कंडक्ट करवाया था वो बेसलेस है और डिफेमेटरी अंडर सेक्शन 499 ऑफ IPC. और इसमें मैं ये आपको हाईलाइट करना चाहूँगी कि एक पॉइंट जो डेफेमेशन एलिगेशन है वो सोनिया रावत के रिपोर्टर्स ने लगाया है सोशल मीडिया का जो स्टेटमेंट है वो देखकर, और ये बेसिकली थर्ड पार्टी डेफेमेटरी है. तो इसमें जो एलिगेशंस लगाया मेरे क्लाइंट राज चौधरी पे वो नॉन अवॉइड है. और इसमें ये भी एक पॉइंट ऐड करना चाहूँगी जो सोनिया रावत है वो अपने पावर का मिसयूज कर
रिपोर्ट फॉर व्हाट? आप कोर्ट में क्यों आए?
यस, डिफेंड करने के लिए.
आप राज चौधरी को डिफेंड करना है. तो अगर वो अपना मिसयूज कर रही हैं तो डज इट जस्टिफाई योर एक्शन?
आई डिडंट गेट योर पॉइंट.
जैसे आप बोल रहे हो कि उन्होंने सोनिया जी अपने पावर का मिसयूज करती हैं राज चौधरी, तो इसका मतलब है कि राज चौधरी कर रहे हैं वो सही कर रहे हैं?
नहीं, यस वो सही कर रहे हैं. यस,
राज चौधरी सही कर रहे हैं.
मतलब स्टेटमेंट उन्होंने जो दिया
मतलब लोअर कोर्ट ने उनको आप यहाँ क्यों आए हो कि उनको कन्विक्ट किया वो?
यस कन्विक्ट किया वो आई
अंडरस्टैंड दैट आप इसलिए आए हो कि राज चौधरी को डिफेमेशन में कन्विक्ट किया वो गलत है. पर अब आप पर राइट नाउ यू आर आर्ग्यूइंग दैट वो ऐसी है वो ऐसी है वो ऐसी है, तो दैट इज उनको ऐसा ऐसा बोल के डज इट जस्टिफाई योर एक्शंस? नहीं समझे आप?
यस नाउ आई गेट दिस पॉइंट.
You concentrate on what you want a prayer. What is your prayer? आपकी prayer क्या है? आपकी prayer आपका issue.
I would like to
किसी भाषा में आप बोलिए, कोई जरूरी नहीं अंग्रेजी.
The statements made by the Raj Chaudhary are based on the information from credible sources and falling within the realm of fair comment on matters public interest. They do not have constitute defamation as they are malicious
म्हणजे तुला सगळं वाटतं की तो आरोपी नाही आहे म्हणजे कोर्टाने त्याला शिक्षा अशीच केली.
Prosecution's case against the Raj Chaudhary for a defamation and the hate of speech bearing upon his fundamental rights, freedom of speech and expression, particularly the freedom of the press guaranteed by Article 19 of the